So we'll have a quick look at some plants, herbaceous perennials this is, herbaceous perennials where you can take stem section cuttings. And there's only a few that do this. So we've got Veronicastrum, we've got Phlox, we've got Lobelia, and we've got Hesperis. So generally you tend to wait until the stem is slightly older, slightly more mature, but we're going to do it now anyway just so we can see what's going on. So this is Veronicastrum with the leaves in whorls. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off the leaves at the base. We're going to trim up, not too short, somewhere about there. Then we're going to go there, so we're going to end up with that. And we're going to do the same trick here. And it just gives a much faster way of getting your numbers up, particularly if you've got something very new and interesting. Then you can get the numbers up really quite quickly by doing this. Right, and possibly this last one's just a little bit too soft, but we'll give it a go anyway. Like that. Okay, now those of you who know will know that this is too much leaf. It's too much leaf for the cutting, so I'm going to be doing a brutal usual of reducing the leaf to get the water balance right in the cutting, so that the cutting can actually support the leaf that it's got. It needs to support the leaf that it's got. So that's the Veronicastrum. Then we've got the Phlox, and you can see in a Phlox, in a Veronicastrum, the leaves were in what we call whorls. So each leaf was in a whorl, so it looks like a little umbrella with lots of leaves on one point. In a Phlox, you only get 2 leaves on each node. So there's 2 leaves on each node. So then we're going to do exactly the same trick. We've got 2 nodes for every cutting. So instead of having a whorl, we've got 2 nodes. And each cutting has got a base, which is a node, and a top, which is another node with the leaves on. So we work our way up the stem like this. We get to there, and then again we might say maybe a little bit too leafy, maybe not, depending how close the frame is. But I might just take some off, just to reduce the leafage that this poor cutting is trying to support. Okay, so that's that. Crudely done, but done. And then the last one I'm going to look at today is Hesperis. So we had Veronicastrum with the leaves in a whorl. We had Phlox with the leaves in pairs. And then we have Hesperis, or sweet rocket, where the leaves are individually around the stem. They're individually around the stem, so there's 1 leaf at each node. So but we do exactly the same trick. We take the lower leaf off. The stem's a bit woody. Just a bit more effort to get that, but it'll get softer as we go up the stem. We do that. 1 leaf off, and then cut the next one. 1 leaf off. Find the point where we're going to cut, which is there. 1 leaf off. So we're going to cut in there. And again. So you can see on a stem that has whorls, we only managed to get 4 cuttings. On a stem that has pairs of leaves, we managed to get 6 cuttings. On a stem that's got leaves that are singly on the stem, we so far have got 9 cuttings, and we're still going. And those stems were all exactly the same length. So we're getting a lot more cuttings. Now when we get to up here, it's a little bit too close to the flower. So this is Hesperis matronalis, or sweet rocket, and this is a really quite a good white form of it, which I'm going to turn into a clone. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cuttings. Okay, 9 pieces. And then obviously we do my usual. Stick it in root powder. And then excuse me, all of these cuttings are going to go in a close frame. They're not going to go in a plug tray. They're going in a close frame. One of my sand beds is where they're going. Okay. Okay, there we are.